I'm Gail Megacy, one of the two co-founders of Body Stress Release, which is a complementary healthcare technique that has been researched and developed since 1981. So you may wonder what we mean by the term body stress. It refers to tension that has become locked into physical structures. And you might think, well, that doesn't sound like anything serious. What's the problem with a little bit of tension in the body? In fact, it can have very far-reaching and quite debilitating effects.
If you find, for example, that your lower back is uncomfortable and sore, it's exactly the kind of issue that we encounter frequently with our clients in Body Stress Release. It's exactly the kind of thing that you could be helped with. If you've got back pain, commonly back pain, we find can be helped. And so in your case, if you're experiencing that, it's the sort of thing that BSR can assist with. Particularly also if you find that you've got pain going down your legs or into your arms, but often we find with our clients that they're suffering from sciatic pain. And if you're experiencing that, then it's exactly the kind of thing that Body Stress Release could assist with too. And headaches. Commonly people come to us with headaches. And the interesting thing with Body Stress Release is if you come to me with a headache, I'm not just going to look at your head, because it's all connected. Very often there's tension all the way up and down the spine, which can result in the headache, commonly from the lower back area, originating in the lower back area.
So these conditions may seem to be mysterious because there may have been many tests done and there was no apparent cause, and perhaps there have been treatments which have shown or proved to be totally ineffective. So it is very likely in all these seemingly mysterious situations that body stress is the underlying cause. In other words, there is a fairly logical and simple explanation for what you could be experiencing.
From our perspective, the technique involves identifying sites of body stress, which often manifests as lines of tension in the body. The body stress is frequently imposed on the body by some sort of stress overload in the person's life. And that might be a mental, emotional kind of stress. Commonly it's a physical, mechanical thing, such as sitting with bad posture at a computer, or even an extreme case like mine where I had a severe whiplash, an accident. And it can even be something more subtle than that, like a chemical stress where there is a sensitivity to certain chemicals. And if a person is exposed to those, it's a stress overload for their system, and that can lock into the body, often in the nature of a protective reflex in the muscles. So muscles will tighten up to protect the affected areas, and that causes pain and discomfort.
A comment we so often hear from clients is, "This is so logical what you are telling me. Why has nobody explained it to me like this before?" And we see they experience a lot of relief that this seemingly mysterious condition they were experiencing has a logical and pretty simple, straightforward explanation. And in that way, we give people who have felt hopeless a great deal of hope that their body does know how to heal itself, and they regain trust in their body's own self-healing ability.